In your own personal life, you may not perceive anxiety in someone, even if you believe you've never experienced that feeling before. Each individual experiences anxiety in distinct ways, making it difficult to align your idea of it with another person's experience. Therefore, it's crucial to always keep in mind the importance of understanding, as we never know what struggles others may be facing when they are alone. If you are facing anxiety, know that you are not alone on this journey of challenges. Anxiety is a common part of life and serves as a warning for potential dangers, preparing us for various situations. However, it's important to know that there are different types of anxieties, one of them being obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, which is the topic we will address in this video.
How does it start in childhood? The mention of the onset of OCD in late childhood, adolescence, or early adulthood, and the role of genetic, environmental, and neurobiological factors in its development reflects the current understanding of the disorder. For this reason, let's talk a little about what obsessions and obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, are. This is a condition in which a person has uncontrollable, repetitive, and realistic thoughts, mental images, and impulses that cause distress and problems in their life. Typically, there is a significant attempt to suppress these thoughts from consciousness, but as we saw in our last video, trying to get rid of a thought can generate more anxiety. Therefore, it is common for people to engage in compulsions, which are intentional and repetitive actions aimed at neutralizing the anxiety caused by the obsessions.
Before thinking that these people are different from us, it is important to emphasize that we all have intrusive thoughts that can bother us. The problem is that the lack of control over these thoughts and the generated anxiety can cause suffering and interfere with the person's ability to live normally. Dealing with a psychological condition like this doesn't have a magical formula, but there are some general tips based on years of research and clinical practice in psychology that can be helpful. The first tip is to recognize the problem and seek help, as this is always one of the best options. Many people who suffer from OCD avoid seeking help and end up suffering from the problem for years.
How to identify people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD? To identify people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, observe recurring intrusive thoughts, obsessions, and repetitive behaviors, compulsions. Individuals with OCD often attach great importance to their obsessions, viewing them as objective facts they are responsible for controlling. Moreover, they perceive their obsessions as concrete and imminent threats, which may not always be true. Engaging in compulsive rituals, such as repeatedly washing hands, may provide some temporary relief from anxiety, but the tendency is for compulsions to worsen the situation in the long run.
How do people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, deal with their emotions? People with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, cope with their emotions through coping mechanisms such as compulsions, avoidance, emotional suppression, rumination, guilt, and seeking reassurance. One of the best ways to deal with obsessions is not to try to control them, as attempts to control them only make the obsessions more frequent and distressing. Another important part of OCD treatment is systematic exposure to the fear present in the obsession. This exposure is planned and done progressively, depending on each case.
How interact with people who have obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD? Interacting with people with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD, requires empathy and understanding. Be patient, avoid trivializing their concerns, and listen actively. Don't enable their compulsions, encourage seeking professional help if needed, and be mindful of potential triggers. Educate yourself about OCD and respect their boundaries. Your support and understanding are crucial in their journey towards managing OCD and improving their well-being.
How the social media can affect this disorder. Social media can have both positive and negative effects on individuals with obsessive-compulsive disorder, OCD. While it can offer support and information, it can also exacerbate anxiety and compulsive behaviors related to OCD. Social media can inadvertently expose individuals to discussions or descriptions of compulsions, potentially reinforcing or normalizing certain ritualistic behaviors. Social media can be a source of misinformation about mental health conditions, including OCD.
They may limit their real-life interactions and social engagements, preferring online interactions where they feel more in control and can avoid triggering situations. On the other hand, social media can also offer some positive aspects for individuals with OCD. Online support communities. Social media can connect individuals with OCD to supportive online communities where they can find understanding, empathy, and shared experiences. Educational resources. Social media can be a source of educational content about OCD, treatment options, and coping strategies.
To minimize the negative impact of social media on OCD, individuals can consider the following strategies. Reduce the time spent on social media, especially if it exposes you to triggering content related to your OCD. Follow accounts and pages that promote positive and supportive content while unfollowing or muting accounts that contribute to anxiety or OCD-related worries.
Use social media as a supplement to, not a replacement for, face-to-face interactions. Seek support and understanding from friends, family, or mental health professionals in real-life settings. Remember that the impact of social media on OCD can vary from person to person. It's essential to find a balance that works best for your well-being and mental health. If social media use significantly impacts your OCD symptoms, consider seeking support from a mental health professional who can provide guidance and strategies for managing anxiety in the digital age.
Many people have been able to live better lives by seeking help and going through this type of procedure. Unfortunately, a large portion still lives in this mental slavery for long and painful years. Did you find this video enlightening? If you have any tips about your journey towards obsessive-compulsive disorder, share them with us and let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Goodbye.